Hello, friends. Today's topic is to be rich or poor. Let's rant.
If you and your friend both earn $80,000 per year at a well-known corporate job, whatever, why is it that in the future one of you will become rich and the other person will be drowning in debt? It comes down to three things. Number one is you are not tracking your expenses. If you don't track it, you can't achieve it. Just like in any single goal that you set out in life, you need to make it a trackable thing that you can keep track of the milestones that you accomplish throughout the way while you reach financial achievements. If you don't track your spending, you can't control it. And what you can't monitor will quickly spiral out of reach, which makes it really hard for you to build wealth. Number two is lifestyle inflation. Just because you're getting a raise or bonus this year, even if it's like $20,000, $30,000, $80,000 of bonus or raise, it doesn't mean your lifestyle has to match that curve up, you know? Chasing the latest gadgets, the latest must-buy item, or the newest car, sports car, whatever, the newest condo in the most expensive city, those things will drain your finances really quick. While you're chasing the next must-get thing, the newest car, the newest condo, with that bonus, your friend is quietly putting that bonus away into a high-yield savings account or investing it in an ETF while keeping their lifestyle the same and building wealth. And number three is you carry debt without a plan. Compound interest works in both ways. If you're investing, compound interest works in your favor. If you're in debt, compound interest does not work in your favor. Debt can be a huge obstacle, especially if you're not actively trying to pay it off or have a plan of paying it off in X number of years. While compound interest helps investment grow over time, compound interest makes debt much more expensive over time. Therefore, having an active plan and a timely plan, so say number of years, how much am I going to pay off in year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, to 20, to 10, doesn't matter. That will be the first step to your financial freedom journey. In the end, it is not based on the fact of how you earn that money, but how you choose to spend that money, and that is what defines your financial future.
When you make good money and your friends expect you to always pay for them.
Will you take me to Hawaii so I can swim with the dolphins?
Take you to Hawaii? No.
I saw a show on Discovery Channel. They say in Hawaii, they have dolphins that you can swim with if you pay money.
Okay.
I don't have any money. My mom says you're rich.
Michael.
It's fine. Maybe you should make your own money, maybe paper route or something like that. Because rich people don't give other people trips. That's why they remain rich. You understand?
So if you're the rich, generous friend in the friendship group, you have to be really careful. And I kind of had to learn this the hard way because I grew up in a household with parents who would give me money whenever I wanted, or even when I didn't want, just to make up for their lack of emotional investment in their children. Can't make it to my birthday? Here's some money. You feeling sad? Here's some money. And so I kind of took that behavior into my friendships as well. For example, if I show up late to dinner with my friend, I offer to pay for the entire dinner. I try to make it up in a financial way, and it's not me looking down on my friend or anything. It's just me kind of describing how I normalize that sort of behavior. And I realize people think that being generous with them financially is you sort of looking down on them. Like, I've had friends be very offended at the notion that I would offer to pay for dinners or trips or whatever. And I'm like, wait, what do you mean? Like, I am just being a good friend. And then I realized that sometimes the best way to show love and respect to your friends is to kind of just do what you need to do and respect their financial situation. By spending money on your friend, you can be creating a power imbalance and a sort of superior power dynamic in the relationship. I can't tell you how many friends I've offered jobs or helped with money and just never asked for it back. But the way their attitudes towards me change because of their own relationships with money. I've learned that even if my friends who, especially in the UK, tend to make a lot less than I do, it's not my place to pull them out of the trenches in that way. If they ask me for help, perhaps that's different.
I am tired of being the rich, wealthy friend.
So I run a $1 million company. This is so true. And it's not like it's a problem helping your friend. It's just like a constant pressure. Because if you say no, it's like, well, I know you have it. Why are you being stingy to me? Like, I know you have it, but it's like the pressure of never being able to say no because you know you do have it. Like, it's so hard to explain unless you're in that situation. You cannot get it until it's you. And I regret that a lot. I regret sharing my successes. I regret sharing anything having to do with money. Like, I should never said anything. I should have just let people think what they think, like I'm doing now. When I used to go out with my friends and stuff, you know, if their card declined or something, it's not like they're asking you, but they're looking at you as to like, can you cover it? Like, places that we went, trips that we went on. It's always like if something is too expensive or it falls down, it's kind of like everybody staring at you. Like, what you gonna do about this? You have the money. They'll also come to you about their life problems. Like, hey, I missed my car payment. Is it possible for you to send me this? And they know you have it. So it's kind of like if you say no, your friendship is kind of like at a halt, because it's like, well, you had it. Why didn't you help me? It's a very hard place to be in. And anybody that is about to get some money or anybody that is planning on being a millionaire, keep it to yourself. You don't need to share this information with everybody. Everybody doesn't need to be in your business and your finances just so you can prove that you made it. If you do want to share, just learn how to say no. Learn how to not care. So, yeah.
Hey, can I borrow some money? I need this and I need that. Understand? Let's continue.
Hi, when you start making more money than your friends, don't share your money with them. Why? When you share your money with them, it will reveal their poverty, their failure, and their penury. Instead of liking and loving you, they will envy you the more, hate you the more, and find ways to sabotage you. Learn to create, grow, move in silence. You'll be fine.
How do I tell my friend that I can't afford to do all these activities? Let me tell you. Hello, Hayes. My college bestie lives in a different city and is always bugging me to come visit. The problem is that when I do, we go to expensive bars and restaurants and I end up spending so much money. I'm happy to just catch up and stay low-key when we see each other, but she cares more about doing a million activities. She also never comes to visit me because she thinks where I live is boring, but then she gives me grief for not visiting her as much as she wants. I genuinely care about this friendship, but it seems like she doesn't take my financial situation into consideration. I'm afraid we're growing apart and I'd hate for this to be the reason why. What should I say the next time this gets brought up? I got it. Not yet. Hi, my love. This is such an important moment that you're at, and I'm so proud of you for acknowledging it. I have not always been so financially responsible. I think it's really cool that not only are you protective of your means, but you're also thinking critically about how money things can impact relationships, because they can. It's entirely possible to have close friendships with people who have different means than you. To start with honesty and respect of each other's situations. I'll tell you a message that I think you can send to her or say in person at the end. First, do you want to go see her? Said that she's always bugging you to come visit, and I'm interested about the word bugging. Is it frustrating because of the money, or is it frustrating because she's not giving you space, or is it frustrating because she's insulted you by calling your city boring? Maybe it's a little bit of both, but I think you should noodle on that. If you don't have the bandwidth or interest in going to visit, regardless of the money situation, you can totally blame it on your budget. I think that's fair and honest regardless. We're not all made of money. Some people are. You could extend the invite to her instead. I can't swing a trip to New York right now, but if you're available to come next month, then I'd love to host you. I can do either of these 2 weekends and then give her 2 weekends. If you still do want to go visit her, if you're still down to go to her city, I think there's a couple other questions that you should ask yourself that might help you level set some of your frustration and understand where she's coming from. First question, is there a chance that she thinks you want to do these things when you come visit, or she's trying to impress you and show you a good time? Think about your friend for a second. Is she a host? Is this really just part of her personality and she's trying to be gracious? Second question, does she know your financial situation, or are you assuming she does? So I gotta tell you, especially when you first get out of college and you're living in different cities, I do think this tunnel vision can happen where you kind of assume, you don't think about other people's experiences. You think that the experience you're having is universal to the other people who you previously were on the same page as. If you guys were in college together and you both went to the same types of bars, same types of restaurants, bought the same types of things, she might very well think that that has persisted. Most of us were never given any tools or templates for how to talk about this. This goes back to Six Besties theory. Think about your friend. Is she the type who's really sensitive about everything and who can predict problems before they happen? Is she empathic? If she's not, and you haven't explicitly told her that the financials are a problem, she just might not know. She might not have the capacity to predict that sort of thing. Next time she asks you to come visit, and if you want to go, say something like this. Yes, I do want to come, but I can't spend as much money as I did last time. I love the places that we went, but can we maybe do one fancy dinner and have the rest be low-key? Some notes there. I don't think you need to be specific about what the budget is you have for the weekend. I also think it's nice to appreciate the planning she's done. And the one fancy dinner, rest laid back thing, you can edit that however you please. If you can't do any fancy thing, don't suggest that. The friendship doesn't need to change because of this, but there is the chance that the friendship is changing because you are out of college, new cities. Friendships do change at this point too. But I'm on the other side. I'm 30, and I've got plenty of, by By the time you're 30, you've now graduated into a world where like most of the people you know are all kind of at different levels. Time to edit. Okay, love you.
Your friendship consultant has another question for you. How many of you are struggling because you have friends who make way more than you or way less than you? And it's a challenge trying to find things that everybody can do together. Well, I have 4 tips for you. First one, don't be ashamed. We can't expect everybody who hangs out in a friend group to be the same. You have different experiences, backgrounds, and yes, different incomes. Think about teachers who are grossly underpaid in this country. They don't only hang out with other teachers, right? So it's perfectly normal. Don't be ashamed when the salary ranges are different. Number 2, don't make assumptions, right? I know someone who's an attorney. She makes great money, but she also has hella student loans to pay back. And then I have another person. She's just selling her homemade t-shirts on Etsy little by little, but she manages her money so much better. She can afford to do things that somebody who makes 6 figures cannot. So don't assume because you know someone's title or you think you know how much money they make, what they can and cannot afford. Number 3, be honest. We've talked about this. If these people are really your friends, you should be able to say, without any judgment, hey, I can't go to the new brunch spot every weekend and pay $25 for gourmet pancakes. I can make those at home, right? I'm trying to buy a house. I'm trying to pay down credit card debt, whatever it is, they should be able to respect that. Lastly, brainstorm. Try to come up with some more creative ways to hang out, right? If these are really your friends, it shouldn't be about money. You should be able to laugh, support each other, have fun, whether you are on a park bench or somebody's sofa at home. Now, I'm not saying you have to get together and Netflix and chill every single time. I'm just saying think outside the box and come up with some other ways within everybody's budget where you guys can still have fun. Also, if you're being honest, someone who does want to spend a lot of money and the friends don't have it the same way he or she does, then you give advance notice because now you know the person's financial situation. You can say, hey, I really want to go on a girl's trip or a guy's trip. You give notice ahead of time so that they can plan for different excursions or events. Anyway, I hope these tips are helpful for you. Don't let money come between great friendships.
Everyone has that one friend that makes way more money than everyone else in the group, and they seem to take it for granted. Once you start making more money, you realize that that's what you've been worth this whole time. That's when you start thinking, wow, I should have negotiated for more. This is my PSA that it's time for you to become that friend. Apply for that job that you think pays way too much that you would ever get it. And when you get the job offer, ask for more. Don't let your company tell you what you're worth. You tell them. Work is an exchange of your time for a paycheck. It's nothing more than that. You should be doing whatever you can to make that paycheck as high as possible. You have to advocate for yourself because no one else is going to do it for you.
Are you that rich person inside your group friends and having to pay for everything? What do you think? Comment down below. Until next video, bye.